Hello guys, welcome all of you once again on a very knowledgeable video. So today in this video I am going to talk about 6 professional ways which you can easily use while importing your products from India. If you are an Amazon seller or a Shopify store owner or having your own e-commerce online store or an offline store who wants to source products from India, then this video is for you. Watch this video until the end to understand each step in detail. If you skip any part of this video, then you will miss the detailed information about that step. So let's begin. India is one of the world's largest countries. It is the second most populated country after China, and because of its population, there is an increase in education and its natural resources. As the world is becoming technologically advanced, importing from India has become increasingly rewarding both in terms of profit and personal satisfaction. However, individuals need to learn how to import from India professionally. So let's see which are the 6 steps to follow to import from India in a professional way. Step 1 is before contacting supplier in India. Step 2 is research regulation material and popular products. Step 3 is find best suppliers quickly. Step 4, learn to formulate emails to suppliers. Step 5, calculate your own shipping costs. Step 6, save time with data management. But before moving forward, please like this video and press the bell icon to get update as soon as I upload a new video. So let's see 6 steps in details one by one in the following slides. So number 1 is steps before contacting supplier in India. Okay, so when importing from India, it is necessary to understand that suppliers are essential to every business, and without them to provide what you resell, your business will have a tough time growing. A business owner should ask in the first email that is sent to the manufacturer about their minimum order quantity, what kind of upfront deposit they require to begin production, and the process of getting a refund in case of any emergency. Another crucial step is to investigate the manufacturing capacity, shipping, and packaging of the goods while importing from India. Not inquiring about these might cause difficulties between the manufacturer and the business owner. Furthermore, inquiries on product samples and the legitimacy of the company or factory that produces the goods should not be left aside. Let's move on to the next one, which is research regulation materials and popular products. Before you engage in importing from India, you should ascertain whether there is a market for your product or service, and if there is a need to improve the product. Simply put, you must conduct market research first. Many entrepreneurs neglect this vital step because they do not want to hear any negative feedback about their products and are convinced that their product is perfect the way it is. Therefore, they do not want to risk tampering with it. On the other hand, some business owners who try to import from India neglect market research because they fear it will be too expensive. No matter the reason, failing to do market research can cause the fall of your product. An entrepreneur should first contact the association he or she belongs to, because every association can offer information such as market statistics, lists of members, and books and reference material that business owner can use to gather information. Contacting government agencies is also an invaluable source of market research, and most of time it is free. You can contact Directorate General of Foreign Trade India, a government of India initiative, for their various free services, or you can also contact Ministry of Commerce and Industry India to receive a free industry information. These are the 2 major Indian industries government initiatives whom you can contact. Maps also show major areas of commerce and can help you judge the accessibility of various sites while importing from India, because it will help you determine the limits of your market area. Another way to research regulations, materials, and popular product is through local colleges and universities, which has students in business departments who are eager to work gathering information and doing research at little or no cost. You can conduct these market researches without ever leaving your computer, thanks to the ease of online service and information. Let's move on to the next one, which is find best suppliers quickly. Okay, doing business, especially with suppliers who you might never meet, poses some risks. In India, while most suppliers are legitimate, there are always some who want to exploit unsuspecting customers. Unfortunately, e-commerce scams are very common, and this is why one must be careful when importing from India. However, there are steps you can take to protect yourself. To determine the type of supplier you need in order to import from India, you must first know that there are different types of suppliers that you will run into: the manufacturers, wholesalers, drop shippers, and importing agents, and some others. When choosing any of these suppliers, you must first look at the quality of their items, their proven track record, and the supplier evaluation checklist. This will help you to choose and find the best supplier quickly and will make it easy to import from India. Let's move on to the next one, which is learn to formulate supplier emails. Okay. Formulating emails in a professional way to suppliers will help ease of importing from India. To write an email to a supplier, entrepreneurs and business owners must consider the relationship they have with the supplier and the context of the product they want. If the supplier and business owner have a good relationship, the email can be less formal. The context of the email, on the other hand, should be brief but must convey why you are interested in working with the manufacturer and what you could bring to the table. A business person should be able to communicate key metrics that your supplier want to know, as numbers affect production and also cash flow. The essential point to remember while importing from India is that suppliers are very busy. So all information should be clearly stated so that the transaction record is immediately accessible to the supplier. For solicitation emails such as quotation of prices, one must be clear about numbers and quantities. Let's move on to the next one, which is calculate shipping cost. How to calculate shipping cost to get accurate landing prices? This is really a question you should ask to yourself before importing any product from India. Landing price, which is also referred to as net landed cost or total delivered cost, is the total price of the product up until it reaches the buyer's doorstep and includes the original price of the product, custom duties, and insurance. It is important to know how to calculate your shipping cost while importing from India because it allows you to accurately calculate profit on each unit you ship, and so it will give you a clear vision of your business performance. The best way to calculate shipping cost to get accurate landing prices is to use this basic quotation, which is product plus shipping plus customs plus risks plus overhead, which is going to be your landing cost. Using this method to calculate your landing price will help you professionally import goods from India and will benefit you in a long run. Let's move on to the next one, which is save time with data management. Save time with data management. So how you are going to save time with using the data management? It is quite amazing that the time entrepreneurs who want to import from India waste each week searching for data or replicating data that already exists. But with the use of data management, business owners can save as much time when importing from India. Without good data management, your organization may not be able to make better decisions or increase profits. Hence, data management can be seen as the process of acquiring, storing, protecting, and using data in an accessible, reliable, and meaningful way. Data management is beneficial to many people, especially business owners who wish to import goods from India. This is because it helps to save time spent by all authorized data users to look for the information they need. It also helps to save time for new data integrations, including saving time spent in developing the next business's intelligence or analytics application. Thank you for watching. This is one of the video from the playlist of sourcing product from India I created. So watch other videos in the playlist to understand the sourcing product from India. I have inserted a link of that playlist in the description of this video. Thank you again for watching this video.